Hey there, and welcome to the series on creativity hacks. This is creativity hack number 2. Studio is a state of mind. So if you have been thinking that you can't possibly start making art until you have just the right space in place, the pristine, clean white walls, the open space to lay out all your stuff, plenty of space for lots of easels and canvases, then you're doing it the wrong way. And I want to talk a little bit more about what studio really is and how you can develop studio as a state of mind instead of this pristine, pure room. Because the pristine, pure room, especially if you're waiting around to get it before you start, is a big mistake. Now, I don't mean you can't have a really nice physical studio space, but you need to start before you're ready. You need to start now. Don't postpone your creativity. So as I said, studio is a state of mind. One of the keys to developing your painting practice, your art practice, actually any creative practice for that matter, is creating a space of your own to work in. Now that can be a physical space and an emotional, mental space. You need both. Yeah, we need a physical space to work, but it does not have to be perfect. Lots of people get really hung up on that physical studio space. And I was having this conversation with a student not too long ago because she was concerned that she didn't have anywhere where she could leave her materials out because she has a small child and lives in an apartment. That should not be an impediment. It just means that you have to work at it a little bit differently. So if you've got a small child or pets, you need to be careful about what you leave out because they can ingest it and get into it. So you have to have a different kind of space. It doesn't mean you don't have a space. It just means you have a different kind of space. So that space could be a physical place that's away from your home, that ideal fancy artist studio. It could be a room in your home. It could be your garage. It could be your back porch. Or even just a corner of the kitchen table or a corner in the family room. The actual physical space truly is not that important. Don't let that hold you back. What holds people back a whole lot more is what happens here between these two ears. So even if you don't have a corner where you can leave your materials out, make your space around a certain time period, around a time frame that's devoted to your art. That's that mental part of it I was talking about. Develop a discipline around working at a certain time every day so that you begin to create that forward momentum that creates a painting practice. A painting practice is not about the fancy easel. It's not about the new plein air kit. And it's most definitely not about how many square feet you have for your studio space. I've seen people do fantastic artwork at their kitchen table. I've seen them do it without any dedicated studio space at all, painting at the steering wheel of their car. Don't let the space hold you back. You want to organize your materials so they're easy to set up and put away. So any way that you can organize them so that it's easy to get started is going to help you create that studio mindset. So you don't necessarily have to be able to leave them out. That pulling them out and setting up can become part of your studio ritual. But the most important thing that I really, really want to drive home is don't be stopped from making by waiting for the perfect space or the perfect time. Just get started, and get started now, because now is what we have. Studio is a state of mind, and having that discipline, having a routine actually sets creativity free. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but Free-ranging creativity requires a boundary and a framework. And the studio is state of mind. It's one of the first steps in creating that discipline, that boundary, or that framework. If you'd like to develop studio as a state of mind, I'd love for you to join me and my team at Paint Camp 2019, September 12th through 15th. We're going to be at the Canoga Retreat Center just outside of Asheville in the beautiful North Carolina mountains. By the end of the retreat, students will leave with a new framework for working through artist block, for creating a painting practice that helps them work confidently in flow, either inside or out, and have a set of quick tools to reset their creativity when they find themselves uninspired. You can find more information at the link up above in the caption. I'd love to see you there. But in the meantime, I want you to work on getting yourself into that studio as a frame of mind. Take care, y'all. Talk to you again soon.